Well, it was a bit cooler today, but still a relatively nice day, and we saw clear skies for much of the day, but now that cloud cover is starting to increase. Let's take a look at the mountain camera right now and notice the mountain. Of course, we are seeing the cloud cover here, but not really much over in Las Cruces just yet. But now let's go back to the Doppler radar. This is what we are looking at. Not a lot to report just yet. We are looking at a couple showers starting to pop up just to the southwest of El Paso. Much of this action is mostly over portions of the mountains just to the south of El Paso and Las Cruces. But we are looking at that starting to increase as we get into the later evening hours. Of course, we are going to see mostly rain. This is at 10 p.m. Of course, the cold air is not going to be there to bring us that wintry mix just yet. Now, we fast forward all the way to Monday morning. Wintry mix starts popping up. This model is leaning a little bit more towards rain across much of the area. It's going to be hard to forecast that because we got to see how much cold air is in place. Now, still looking at showers across the area. This is at midday, and then we're going to start seeing the showers starting to taper off as we go into the afternoon hours. This is why the bullseye is mostly over the Guadalupe Pass and portions of southern Otero County, mostly over higher elevations above 7,000 feet. And then as we go into Monday evening, all of that action moves out of the area, but the cloud cover will still be here in place. But we are going to be drying out as we get into Tuesday morning. Of course, we may be seeing a slight chance as we go into Tuesday evening, but it's looking very minimal across the area. One thing I can tell you, it is going to be cold Tuesday morning. Now, how much snow could we see and where is it going to set up at? As you can see, the bullseye right over Cloudcroft as well as Guadalupe Pass and portions of southern Otero County. For us, we may just see a light dusting and then, of course, a little bit of freezing rain and a wintry mix as well. Of course, as you can see, looking at rainfall totals, and one thing we say with wintry mix is that sometimes it picks up as rain, sometimes it picks up as snow. So this is how much we could see. As you see, 0.03 in El Paso, 0.25. I think that's a bit exaggerated up there in Las Cruces. Now, everybody's wondering, how does this usually set up? Well, cold air has to be in place for us to see straight snow. Now, if we have a little pocket of warm air, that's when we start seeing that sleet as well as portions of freezing rain. This is when we see that wintry mix right there at that little point where we can see some snow as well as sleet and rain. Now, if it's warmer, we're going to start seeing freezing rain. That means we're going to see a little cold pocket right here, right at the surface. But with that warm air, that's going to melt that snow that's dropping down. Now, of course, if it is warm, we are going to be working with just straight rain. So everybody's wondering, well, what could we see? Well, it just depends on how much cold air is in place once all of that moisture is here. Now, as we look at the next 7 days, brought to you by Mattress Firm, as you see, 40% chance of rain for your Monday, and then the cold front drops in Monday morning as well. And then another thing we want to talk about Monday morning, 30 mile per hour wind gusts, which means 30-degree wind chills. And then, of course, we're only going to be topping out in the 40s for your Monday. Then things warm up as we go into the new year. Look at that, 64 degrees. And then as we look into Las Cruces, a little bit of the same. We are going to be cold as we start out Monday, but then we warm up as we go into New Year's.